Yes, and this shows the actual difference between the approach of India and Pakistan. You see, while India, got victory on the basis of kind of strikes or the kind of capabilities it has, on the other hand, Pakistan claims for victory on the basis of the sort of narrative that they propagated using bots and, troll accounts. And similarly, in this, as far as these awards are concerned, so while we have gallantry awards on the basis of the sort of participation, for example, DGMO and Northern Army Commander had an important role to play in the entire operation, and that's why they have been given Sarvottam Yudh Seva Medal. Similarly, the Air Force officers who were a part of the entire operation have been, given awards. But on the other hand, we have Pakistani Chief of Army Staff, Field Marshal Asim Munir, who promoted himself to Field Marshal, and in fact, he had no role. In fact, we had reports, and our investigation editor Manoj Gupta, in fact, reported that how he went inside bunkers to, in fact, to hide himself and, in fact, to save his life. And in fact, there are accusations where they say that he has his own loyalists and who have been, in fact, selected and awarded, and the field commanders and, in fact, the frontline troops have been sidelined. And, we have been seeing developments after it where Asim Munir has been visiting several countries. He has, in a way, taken over the Prime Minister of Pakistan, where Prime Minister, who is a political personality, is not visiting the countries, but, Army Chief is, in fact, making statements, is visiting several countries and is maintaining diplomatic relations. While, even Indian Army Chief goes to other countries, but there is a line as far as military leadership is concerned, and that's why you have, leaders like Prime Minister and President in the country, because they have a specific roles, they have specific diplomatic duties and roles to play. But this time around, the Field Marshal Asim Munir is somewhere sidelining not just the troops but also the political leadership. And in fact, I remember the sort of patriotic war, medal that he has received from Azerbaijan.
Right. So that's why, Akash, I want to bring you in quickly, since you have been extensively covering how the defense forces have been honored on the occasion of Independence Day. Contrast that with the way India has honored all of those frontline Jawans and the fighter pilots with the Gallantry Awards, the Veer Chakra, the Sena medals. Contrast that with how Asim Munir has consolidated all these honors only to consolidate his own power as the Army Chief. And not to forget, our honors are also bearing testimony to the success of Operation Sindoor. All right, we lost that connection with Akash, but important to highlight that India has in fact given 109 honors in total as far as all of those involved in Operation Sindoor is concerned. But to in fact bring more perspective on how Asim Munir has been honoring himself, Munir's awards are less about military merit and more about consolidating his own personal authority within the general headquarters of the Pakistan Army. Pakistanis have been sidelined. That includes their own army personnel, their commanders and frontline troops, which has of course created silent discontent within the ranks. The decoration medals for Munir is of course seen as internally as an attempt to craft a war hero narrative to mask his operational setbacks, and as we said, that the honors that India has extended to its frontline forces bear testimony to the success of Operation Sindoor. With
Network 18 decimates Times Internet with over 6 times more unique users on social media. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the times.